it was never about Gordon Ryan. It was about, hey, we're going to find out who is the best in these two brackets, and the winners are going to get paid $1 million. It was about millions of dollars. It was never about Gordon Ryan.
Hello, CJI fans. If you've been paying attention to Craig's unhinged Instagram account, you've probably seen him kissing other men and doing other weird things, but he has also announced some important information that answered a question that Matt Scaff had, which was, what are we going to get out of these Misfits teams? Is it going to be one Misfits teams? Is it going to be three? And it was confirmed that they are doing three, and they're doing it by geographical location. Australasia is one team, the Americas is another team, and then European squad as the third Misfits team. But also,
massive announcement here from Las Vegas. Me and my team have been working very, very hard. We're announcing the first team in the CJI, and that team will surprise you. That is New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. We also have 3 Misfit teams. 1 from Europe, 1 from Australasia, and 1 from the Americas. Take your pick.
and Gordon Ryan responds, just so everyone can stop speculating and so Z Team can stop using my name, the only name in parentheses, to promote their shitty event where winning athletes are taking a roughly 80% pay cut from the first event, let's set the record straight. I was never invited to CGI 1, which made little sense financially. Our team was invited to CGI 2, and he's saying CGI, computer generated imagery, to not give Craig any credit and to be funny, where I'd be making less to win than I do to even show at other events. Moreover, if the prize was 10 billion to win, on principle, I'd rather take a shotgun blast to the face than compete. Good luck coming close to breaking even without me. Think is all. I think he meant to say that is all. But wow, 10 billion or taking a shot to the face, Matt Scaff. You would think you would choose the 10 billion, but Gordon Ryan, apparently the bad blood is that deep.
I feel like with Gordon, and look, I don't have a relationship with Gordon. I've talked about Gordon extensively. Just I do a lot of media stuff, and whether it's your show or my own or other people's, Gordon gets brought up a lot. And earlier in this episode, I was talking about how, again, Victor Hugo's win over Nicky Rod was just really just eye opening. I think it should make us all appreciate what Gordon did even more during his career. I mean, to go all those matches, and he beat Victor Hugo, he beat Nick, he beat it's just an incredible career. But posts like this, it's just like you just almost want to shake. Like, what are you talking about? One, I don't feel like CJI has ever been marketed using Gordon's name. It was never about Gordon Ryan. It was about, hey, we're going to find out who is the best in these two brackets, and the winners are going to get paid $1 million. It was about millions of dollars. It was never about Gordon Ryan.
If you want to keep up with all the latest and greatest news that I'm covering, be sure to follow my socials at Alex Wendling X. Make sure you subscribe here, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the things that I am covering in the future.
I think nobody ever assumed that Gordon was going to get invited. I know a couple of times, Craig would answer, hey, would you invite Gordon? Yeah, sure. If Gordon wanted to do it, he could do it. But it was never like, guys, I think we can get Gordon. Nobody has ever started any of this with Gordon Ryan's name. I can see Gordon being much like Conor McGregor, as his stars starts to fade away, just because he's not competing, he's not active. He's going to be the guy on Twitter, the guy after the fights, like we see Conor, who is, just he'll watch Michael Chandler fight, or he'll watch, whoever, like Michael Chandler's about to fight Patty Penman. We already know we're going to get some comment, whether Michael Chandler wins or loses. Same thing with Poirier, same thing with Islam, same thing with all these guys. We know we're going to get a response. And that's what Gordon's kind of turning into.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was so funny. He left the comments off, and so no one could comment. He's
Again,
getting
to me, and
sensitive.
there's so many things about that post, I remember when he was just like, making $1 million is so easy, and I remember he got a lot of backlash for that, and I feel like he uses them just as much as he says they use them to promote himself, because he's constantly bringing those guys up. He's constantly poking at those guys. Yes, New Wave was invited, and a lot of that is because not just Gordon Ryan, he has teammates that are some of the best guys in the world. So, yes, I think Gordon should have addressed like, "Hey, I'm not going to do this." But again, to act like, that he is the main, the biggest the biggest reason, or one of the biggest ways that CGI is trying to promote itself, it's just, it doesn't make much sense, and yeah, to me it's also very telling because he continues to criticize the pay of CJI, like he's criticizing this payment, but he's done ADCC, and we saw what ADCC was paying their athletes, and so again, he's acting like ADCC paid him under the table. That's what I got out of that. Like he's done all these events, and he gets paid way more to go. Like because if you win the CGI, what it's 100K per person for the team event.
200.
Oh, it's 200K. 200K. He's like, oh no, I get paid more. So how much did ADCC pay you? And look, he's earned that. Again, he is the GOAT. He is the best of all time in what he's done. But I just think again, when you look at ADCC, when you look at some of these other promotions he's talking about, it's like, again, how much does ADCC pay you to show up? Like how much do you get paid to do those two super fights?
Yeah, that's definitely something that Craig would kind of point out when we were doing the whole when it was the ADCC mass exodus towards CJI, and then there was a few
Mm-hmm.
competitors that decided to stay, and basically insinuating or predicting that they were getting under the table money.
Here I am enjoying myself out on the beautiful Black Sea in Odessa, Ukraine, and athletes are calling me up. They're saying, Craig, is it true some athletes in that other tournament are getting secret show money? And I say, gee, I don't know, but yes, it's true. Guys, for the other tournament, if you're offering secret show money deals to certain athletes, other athletes are going to hear about it. And what is a smart athlete going to do? He's going to ask for the same deal or more money. And now you're in a situation where you're going to have to pay athletes more money anyway. So why are you doing it in the form of show money? Why don't you do it in the form of prize money, which is all we ask for anyway? You're able to do that for the women. So why can't you do it for both divisions and raise them both appropriately? Again, you raise prize money for women in the name of equality, but secret backroom deals go contrary to that goal of equality for prize money in the sport. And again, this is fucking hilarious to me, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, even from out here in beautiful Odessa.
The CJI.
I'm sure he's furious that New Wave is going to be there. Because again, he hates those guys. We know he hates Craig Jones. He hates Nicky Rod. He hates these guys, and so I don't think he wants. But it's not his call, and I think it is interesting because with his response, we can see that New Wave. No. This is John Donaher shit. John Donaher makes the decisions over there, and look, Gordon has always been. No, I couldn't do this without John. John is the captain. John is the leader and everything. But John, he still makes the decisions, and it's interesting because John is recently, I know he went on the Jake Shields podcast, and I know whenever Craig is brought up, he has always very kind things to say about Craig. And obviously, they worked together and they came to an agreement to get New Wave on as a team. So, I just think that's an interesting dynamic. So I'm sure he just again is probably like super pissed that his squad is going to be even just represented at this event.
Yeah, and you have to look at it from the New Wave perspective. The other members, other than Gordon Ryan, like most of them haven't had those crazy paydays. I know Davis Asari's biggest payday has been with PGF. But like other than that, there hasn't been anything super crazy for some of these guys. So it would be life-changing money. Just to bring up Craig Jones's post with John Danaher, that John Danaher accepted the collaboration on a handshake and systematically rebuilding bridges is the caption.
Yeah, and so again, that post to me, and this is to me, Gordon and it's Connor, those type of personalities, like they are so petty, and that's what makes them great. Is Gordon he went to destroy all his opponents and the trash talk and the writing down what he was going to do in envelopes. Like as fans, it was just incredible to watch. I just again absolutely incredible. But some of these posts that you see, you're like, man, were you drunk when you wrote that? Like what? What's going on here, like especially when you're on top like that, I don't see why you even have to address it. I just, some of these guys, it's like, I don't understand. Like Connor, you've made hundreds of millions of dollars. Why do you need to address, you know, Michael Chandler? Why do you need to address him? Why do you need to still go at Dustin Poirier? Like, dude, you've surpassed that. Same thing with Gordon. Like, dude, you've made it. Like, you're making millions a year, and you're the goat of jiu-jitsu. Like, lovers, haters of you. I mean, he is the best. And so again, I'm just like, man, I don't understand these posts. You know.
Why do you think Gordon wasn't at Fight Pass Invitational 10?
I don't know. I think especially with the rumored reality show coming up, to me, that's going to be one of the most fascinating things. That's actually the news I'm looking most forward to, is finding out more what that show is going to be like. Is it going to be like a PGF style, or Who's Next style, where they're creating teams, or I mean, obviously the Ultimate Fighter, where they're creating teams, and then you're being coached by either Gordon or Mikey. Um, what's kind of the plan there, And again, Gordon's retired. I mean, how many times has Gordon retired? I feel like Gordon's always on the fence. I feel like he's just a guy that he needs attention. So I just see these posts, and it's just a way for him to kind of stay involved, and just get people talking about him.
If you guys have any opinions on the matter, make sure to comment them below. We are going to be doing more episodes, but if you enjoyed this one, check out this one coming up, because it's a really good one. So thank you so much, Matt Scaff.
Of course.
If you enjoyed that interview, be sure to check out this one.